On behalf of CrossCheck Media and Biz Talk Today TV, welcome everyone to Buy, Hold, Sell. I am your trader, Todd Schoenberger, and I'm normally joined by my friend and co-host, Tobin Smith, but he's on assignment. He's actually going to be talking all about the tariff tantrum that's taking place because I'm right here in the nucleus on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, and the markets are selling off. So what better thing to do than just get out of here, take the day off, and go play some golf. With me today, I have the CEO and founder, Reed Dickens of LA Golf. Reed, welcome to Buy, Hold, Sell.
Thank you so much. Great to be here.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you came down. And this was the day to be here. I mean, the markets are crashing. Everybody's just thinking, I got to get out to the links right now. But I have to ask you, we got to start the show all about tariffs. How are these tariffs going to implement your revenues going forward at LA Golf?
Yeah, we took a hit. We make everything in Anaheim, California, except our driver heads. And the tariffs kicked in right before they hit the port. About 31% hit for us on the driver heads.
Okay, that's great. So you are going forward, though, I mean, because you do quite a bit of equipment, and we're going to get into all of that about LA Golf. But I would imagine, though, going forward, I mean, you still, what you have now in inventory is one thing, but going forward through the summer when everyone is playing, this likely will have a negative impact. Is that true?
Yeah, in the short term, it will. We're going to make some quick adjustments. One thing, we're not as large as some of the major OEMs, so we're going to make some quick adjustments.
Okay, very good then. Well, I got it. Let's move on from the tariff talk because everybody on TV is talking about it. You're going to hear more about it later on Buy, Hold, Sell when we have Sylvia Jablonski, the CEO of Defiance ETFs, on. But right now, let's start talking about golf. How did you get started with LA Golf? Because your background, you started another company, very successful. You made baseball bats. I'll ask you about the torpedo bats later on. But with the LA Golf, I mean, this must be your passion.
It is. I joke all the time that I owe everything in my life to politics and baseball, and I never liked politics or baseball. So golf is what I really loved. When we exited the baseball bat company in 2020, I bought the name LAGolf.com on GoDaddy for about $10 and started looking for opportunities in golf. And the first thing that popped up was a former shaft factory that was in receivership, so I bought it out of receivership.
Okay, so you offer equipment. You just did this great deal with Bryson, DeChambeau. He is a two-time U.S. Open champion. This guy is probably front and center next to Tiger Woods. I'd say they're 1 and 1A right now as far as popularity on the tour. But tell the audience, though, I mean, get into everything. I mean, you do these. I know that the clubs, there's something special about them. There's some the mid-sticks. I'm not even a golfer. I think I'm a miniature golfer, actually. But maybe you could tell the audience.
Yeah, of course. So Bryson was a founding investor. So we're so fortunate because I tell people all the time, Bryson really is the Elon Musk of golf, where Elon fired the CTO and built his own rocket. Bryson is not just one of the greatest players in the world. I think he's got the most complete game in the world. He's the first player to win a major championship with clubs he designed and built. He co-designs everything we make at LA Golf. So we gave him a blank sheet of paper. The thing I do the best is stay out of his way. He is an idea machine. We just try to patent, trademark, patent, and get USGA approval for every idea he comes up with. But he came up with an idea. His big idea was to make the curvature of the club face match your swing speed. Now, people have done curved face before, but never proportionate to swing speed, and it reduces side spin off the toe and heel by about 50%. That's like a cure for cancer, to put it to a non-golfer terms. That basically turns a slice into a fade and a hook into a draw.
Okay, so the club itself, that sounds very innovative, and will he be using this at the Masters next week?
So he will be putting it in play at the Masters. He has worked really hard to get it ready for the Masters, and we're excited to see him put it in play.
So what's the retail price for this club?
It's the same price as all the other drivers. The difference is every other driver comes with a stock shaft that's about $10. Our driver's is about $600, but it comes with a $400 shaft built into it. It's the first driver ever made with a shaft to match the head and a club face to match your swing. Every other OEM just makes the club heads, and then you have to go piece it together with parts that weren't designed to go together.
Okay, so I am with Reed Dickens. He is the CEO and founder of LA Golf. And so I have to ask you, because the industry itself is growing over the next 8 years. Wall Street's projecting a 4.5% CAGR right now. It's a $7 billion industry with all of the equipment. And I know that LA Golf is a private company, and you can't get into to revenues and everything. I'm not asking you to. But can you at least give the audience some type of growth? Are you growing? Are you profitable at this time?
We're not profitable. We're not even trying to be. I try to channel Jeff Bezos when I say that because we're building something no one's ever built before. No one's ever built fully assembled golf clubs. No one's really ever built a real brand in golf. And what I mean by that is TaylorMade went out and partnered with Peter Millar. Callaway acquired Travis Matthews. They don't have a brand that they can put their name on, apparel and merchandise and other things. So we built fully assembled golf clubs. And the third thing we're doing no one's ever done is we're building an AI engine where you can get fitted for your clubs directly on our website, fill out a questionnaire, upload a video of your swing, and get a more accurate fitting in 2 minutes than you'd get with 2 hours with your club pro. The whole industry, the whole golf industry is built around this fitting industry, and it's a bait and switch where you go put together a bunch of component parts that weren't meant to go together. And golf is kind of like pharma. They tell you they're working on a cure, but they're really not even trying to. So we actually have real innovation and technology, and we're excited to bring it to market.
Okay, that's cutting edge, no doubt about it. So are you working with an AI company right now to bring that?
A team of MIT engineers developing our own custom AI model where you'll be able to get fitted, purchase, return, and repeat anytime you want. And that's not even something the major OEMs or golf are even trying to do because 90% of their businesses are controlled by big box retailers. They're kind of dinosaur businesses.
Okay, I understand that. So your business is primarily just the equipment, or is there another revenue stream that I haven't thought of yet?
LA Golf Lifestyle will be launching early next year.
Oh, LA Golf Lifestyle. That sounds like a lot of fun. I got to get in on that one. So now going forward, now you have two PGA, or well, actually Live Golf is for Bryson, but Dustin Johnson, he is... He's Live as well. Okay, so will you be going to look for other sponsors, or how does it work?
In our first year, 4 years ago, we had 75 guys on the PGA Tour put our products in play at 14 major champions. We've never paid a player. So just like Marucci in baseball, the players, Dustin and Bryson, invested. I could have never seen it coming that they would both leave the PGA Tour. But last couple years, we have the same number of pieces in play on both tour. I always say we're pro player, tour agnostic.
Okay. All right. Let's pivot. You brought up Marucci. Now, Marucci, for the audience, was a startup company that you sold for quite a bit of money, and your big thing was baseball bats. Were you making the torpedo bats back then? And everybody here on the floor is either a Yankees or a Mets fan, so probably primarily Yankees fans here. But tell the audience, so are you familiar with the torpedo bat?
Of course. So it's a fascinating story. So my partner Kurt Ainsworth and I co-founded it about 15 years ago. We exited in 2020. I was the founding CEO, but Kurt has been the CEO for the last 8 years or so. And he and I were talking. He's on my LA Golf board, and he and I were talking yesterday. The Yankees reached out to Marucci because Marucci has this lab in Baton Rouge. The Yankees reached out to them a year ago. They developed these bats where you put the density not in the sweet spot, but where the player most often strikes the ball. And Marucci just didn't talk about it. Well, then opening day comes, lots of fireworks go off, and every other company starts trying to copy those bats. But Marucci's the leader. I would say two out of three at bats in the world, from Little League to Major League, are Marucci. So no one's going to catch Marucci.
Wow, that's exclusive. That's definitely breaking news because I don't think anybody knows that right now. So, okay, back to the golf situation, and we'll close out the show here. But I want to know, now that there's golf, there's so much interest. Obviously, we're getting into spring, summer right now, obviously with all the majors. What about your competition? I'm not talking about from a company standpoint. I'm talking about from a sports standpoint. I see pickleball all over the place right now. Is that going to start carving out some of your revenues going forward?
So first of all, pickleball has exploded, but what I would say about golf that makes it so sustainable over time is that you can play golf forever, right? From the time you're 6 to you're 90. And I read the other day that like 10,000 people a day are turning 65 for the next 5 years. Right. So 60 cents of every dollar in golf is spent by people over 60. So we're really excited about the aging population because our shafts are almost like a Viagra type product. Most people add 10 to 15 yards per club with our shafts. They're the only shaft made in America, rolled by hand. And so as the golf population ages, we look forward to providing them a little more distance in the fairway.
That's great. Okay, so, and I do want to ask you this because now you brought up the clubs and the shafts. What about the balls? Now, during my show prep, I understand that there's some special ball that you have that can go further. Is that correct, or is the technology there, or maybe I was getting an April Fool's joke?
No, we developed our first golf ball a couple years ago, and it is the longest ball in golf. We're very proud of it because Titleist has been making balls for decades and spent billions of dollars on R&D. Our first ball outperformed Titleist in backspin profile, carry, and total distance. What's exciting is that most balls stop spinning at apex. Ours carries through the apex, so it was a real innovation, and we have a second ball coming out next month.
Okay, I got to ask the science behind that. How does that happen, though? Because the ball's the same weight, correct?
Yeah, if I start trying to explain the technology, I would get in over my head, but it's a 4-piece ball. Most balls are 3-piece balls. It's a 4-piece ball, so it's an algorithmic relationship between each layer of the ball that allows it to keep spinning through apex. And our engineers are amazing. Our lead engineer worked at Titleist for 20 years, and Bryson obviously has input on everything we make. We still don't have a ball that's right for Bryson yet because his club speed is just so high.
That's amazing. And yeah, you don't need to get into the intricacies of this, but it's very interesting. Okay, final question. Here you are on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Is there any dream of taking this company public?
So I always say that I want to put my head down. We have about a 3 or 4 year plan to build this AI engine. We're taking these clubs to market. We're taking our lifestyle merchandise to market. In the next 3 or 4 years, I want to have as many options for my shareholders as possible. And if the best option for liquidity is going public, I'd be totally open to that.
Oh, that's beautiful. I know everybody down here on the floor loves to hear that, so that's great. Listen, we're going to close out the show because I know Toby Smith, when he gets on Buy, Hold, Sell this afternoon, he's going to have to hear all about this because he's a big golfer. He loves to golf, and that's his thing, but he's also in that age bracket, that demographic that you talked about. So, Reed Dickens, thank you so much for joining me today. So how can the audience, how can they find out more about LA Golf?
So we're in club fitters all over the country. We're in hundreds of locations, lagolf.com, and obviously follow us at LA Golf on Instagram.
Love that, lagolf.com. Well, we'll definitely hype that up as well over at Biz Talk today. So listen, Reed, thank you again for joining me. I'm Todd Schoenberger. Later on today, we have Sylvia Jablonski. Next week on Money Mavericks, we have Katie Stockton doing a one-on-one interview with Toby Smith. And we got a lot of great things that are also happening with CrossCheck Media, so you definitely want to look into that. So, Reed, on behalf of Reed Dickens, I am Todd Schoenberger. Have a wonderful day. Take care.
Buy, Hold, Sell, brought to you by CrossCheck Management.